Okay, so excuse me, it's raining. It hasn't rained here in months. It's been really dry. So that's why everyone was talking about the Amazon, but the Amazon itself is okay. But here I am with a Tequila, one of our horses. So I showed you guys a live video of our arena there. And then I tried to make another one, but it was crooked. Tequila, stop. Hello. Training. Horses in Brazil, most trainers ride them 6 days a week. Maybe the trainer doesn't do it, but the assistant trainer or the loper, most trainers here have an assistant. Some have many. I have one, the guy I showed you earlier that we call Ponsa. He breaks for me and helps me, and like today we have 5 horses here, so I'm kind of tired and look bad, but we're done. We just finished. The horses here are in really good shape. Really, really, really good shape. They get lopes a lot, put on the walker a lot. There's not much swimming here. There are maybe a couple of places that do swimming. We don't have TheraPlates. We don't have magnetic blankets. There are some good vets here, really good vets, but they're hard to find, really hard to find. The thing about injecting horses is kind of new to Brazil, just started not that long ago, and there's not many vets that do it. Like I said, the horses here are in really a lot of shape. As I've told you, most big races have drug testing, so most of our horses do run clean. Of course, you hear stories about people using this or people using that, but most of the products here that we use on our horses are homeopathic. There's a really good company here called Organact, and another one called, I can't remember, Betnil, and one more. I can't remember the name. But our products here are really good, like for bleeders, because you can't use Lasix, we can't use Benamine, we can't use Bute. I don't have any bleeders, but I do get some horses with some respiratory problems, especially during this time of the year because our winter is really dry. The products really, really help. And I know that Organact, they told me that they're going to start selling in the United States. So if they do, you guys should look into that. Because their products are all natural and really, really work. We have a lot of natural products that work as far as supplements. I would have to say Organact is the front runner. I think Betnil is second, and then Lavazoo is the third one as far as the most popular. But they're all good products, all really good. All companies are good. I tend to use more Organact, and they were the company I started to use, and then they sponsor me, and really like their products anyway. And mostly for the feeding, it's mainly grain like we have in the United States. Purina is here under a different name. I feed a feed that is called Guabi right now. It's type of kind of the top of the line feed, but it's your typical, I feed a 12% protein, 8% fat, all around feed. I personally don't supplement anything, but I ride a lot of young horses, so I don't need them to actually be running yet. So, but it's a balanced feed. Now here in Brazil we have to give salt, a lot of salt. We don't have salt blocks. That would be really helpful. I wish someone would invent that here. I did bring some from Bolivia once, so that was nice. But here it's loose salt, so we pour out loose salt and they eat it like crazy. Even the cattle, because 10 months out of the year it's really hot. So we must supplement with salt. All horses have to have salt, and that's our main supplement. Now, I know there's some others that the guys give, amino acids, your typical things that you have in the States. As far as the pace, things like oxygen and stuff like that, Organact is probably the front runner on that. People here use a lot of what's called ATP, and that, if you Google it, you'll see what it is. I really like it. It's a natural thing too. I actually do use ATP a lot once my horses get a little more solid. I really, really like ATP. And Organact just came out with a new supplement that you give after you train or ride or have a workout that helps to put back in the horse everything that he's lost and to help prevent injuries. So that's pretty much it as far as the training goes. I kind of do a mix. I kind of ride kind of lightly. I like my horses to stay happy, so I don't pound on them too much unless they need it. And fortunately I have my worker, so if they do need it, I kind of let him do that, so they stay more happy with me and not maybe mad at me for getting after them. However, I don't let my horse get away with things. Here in Brazil, we don't have trailers with air ride. We have horrible roads, lots of holes and bumps. I pay a driver. I used to haul my own horses. It's too stressful, it's too tiring. So I pay a driver, and he hauls my horses, and my worker, oh, she's sleeping, she's hugging me. It's just too tiring, I can't do it. So that's pretty cool to have a driver. So in America, I could never have a driver to take my horses to the show or a worker to help me. But my horses do get exercise pretty regularly. I ride them on barrels maybe 3 times a week, and then the other days, Ponsa lopes them for me, and we work cattle with them also, and then on their days off, they get in the pasture. So they're actually pretty fit. She's really sleeping on me. And so, if you guys could see the trucks and trailers here, you would be amazed. You would think your horse could not do anything, but imagine that, on these trucks and trailers that we get here on these horrible roads, not much injections, not really running on medicines. I'm sure there are some that do, but in general, most of the horses run clean. It's amazing what these horses do, and I think most of it comes from the nutrition, the exercise, getting them really fit, and somebody mentioned the climate. I think the climate does help us here, because 10 months out of the year is almost, it would be kind of like summer there in Oklahoma, maybe not quite so hot. And hang on, I have an itch. And then our winter is very, very mild. It would be like a fall to you guys there. It'd be like being in fall. And we have grass all year round, all year round. We don't have snow, we don't have ice. In the winter right now, it's kind of dry, but you know what? We still have grass. So I think that really helps. But really, if you could see the trucks, you would think there's no way you would take your horse to a place in one of these trucks. But it works. And I've learned to deal with it, and with this, without the magnets and the TheraPlates and the chiropractors. I cannot find a chiropractor, by the way. I have not found one yet here, a horse chiropractor. I saw one only in 8 years that I've been here. So with no chiropractors, not the best. I mean, there are great vets, but they're far and few between, hard for me to get to where I live. But with all of that, and to run the horses twice a day, I mean, it's amazing what these horses do. And the bloodlines that the Brazilians have picked out, the Shady Leos and the Victory Flies, I mean, they're strong, they're tough horses, really tough horses, sound horses. So I hope that answers some more questions about the training and the feed. And here, as far as hay, we have regular hay, and I feed alfalfa actually, alfalfa and a little bit of grass hay to kind of waste the grass hay so I don't give too much. And then I'm blessed to have a really nice place with enough pasture, so they do get out in the pasture. But most everybody feeds alfalfa or hay, just like back home. There's not much difference. Feed is about the same too. So obviously there's different qualities, different prices of feed, but there's no difference than back in the States. The only difference is the name. So I hope that helps you guys as far as that goes. And okay, I'll try to answer some more questions later. Say goodbye, Tequila. Where'd she go? Oh, she's sleeping again. Okay. Thanks, guys. I hope this is okay. Sorry I'm not very good at it. Bye.